Thank you. The guy said today, he said, Gerald, when I posted onto the TopStep community page, you know what? One thing is consistent at TopStep. Let me rephrase this. Let me put this. Let's see here. One thing that's consistent at TopStep over the years of one rule to the next. Um, when I first started, there was no step two. There was just go trade, get to a point, boom, go into funded. And then they added a step two, and then this happened, then this happened. Now apparently there's a 40% consistency target that you have to hit too. So and what I got out of that was that I'm above my $53,000 level that I need to be. So then I log in day 6 today, and day 6 was I don't know if this is recording or not. I guess we'll find out in a little bit. It went like 2 ticks my favor. It went like 8 ticks my favor. I moved to break even. I took out like 2 ticks. Then I log in and I find it's my top saying, all right, go, hey, where's the 10 trading days at? And of course, this happens to me an awful lot. I don't read all the rules, and that's obviously not a good way to go about it. You know, surprise, I was taken by surprise. I don't know why this thing's cutting out right now. It's like it's screwing with me right now, but I don't know why that particular thing happened. It just one thing leads to another. You know, you get used to one thing. I know is consistent at TopStep, and that's that they're going to change the rules on you at midstream. You know, so once again there was another moving goalpost, and $444.50. I think I had 227 something on, and I needed an extra 170 to get through. Uh, it really threw me a curveball today that I wasn't prepared for. So I guess if I would have kept a 10 tick target with a 3 tick stop loss over the next so many trading days, I probably would have made it anyway. Because I usually gain for every 3 tick stop loss and 10 tick target with a good trade. I usually hit that 10 tick target before the 3 tick stop loss. By the way, if you're trading into momentum, you catch the wave coming down, and you're able to pull $100 out before a $30 loss, catching a wave coming down in this case, because the market obviously moves down quicker than it goes up. But here lately, with the highest volatility that I've ever seen in my lifetime, hitting these profit targets has been a little bit easier along the way to do. So step 1, step 2, and so forth and so on. Now, according to TopStep, from what Nick shared with me in the TopStep community forum, he said that you can get to the funded account in 8 trading days. So you can do 5 in step 1, you can do 3 in step 2, meaning that you can go 1,000 every day, right? Because if you would go over that 1,000 mark, then you're at the over 40% of your profit target. So it seems like arbitrary bullshit rule, to be honest. I don't see any advantage of this. I mean, 10 trading days, 6 trading days. So I made it through step 2 in 6 trading days as opposed to 10. I was expecting to having to go and take a 3 ticks. I guess it's taking advantage of that situation that you can move on. Anyway, so I log in. I kind of saw it. To be honest, I thought it was the 10 trading days that you needed to run to. I didn't see the fine print over there on the side of the rules. So it's my fault for not reading the rules properly. But you know what? Every year, and I mean, I don't know. This is 7 going on 8 years now that I've been here at TopStep talking about it, and the umpteenth time that I made it into the funded account. It's been fun, and part of it, it's still their money that I'm trading, not my own in this case. And now it's a matter of grab the 10,000. I don't know if I want to. Go pro funded, get the 10,000 that I believe I'm going to have to read the rules now when I get to take the funded account or the pro funded account. And I think there was another rule that I made it to funded twice last year, and your third time through, you got to go into pro funded. So there might be that rule might be coming off on there. Um, ain't one thing, it's another, isn't it? Isn't that what life's all about? One thing after another, and thank God there's always a plan B, right? To me, trading's, it's just been it's been a fun thing for me to do over the years. It's a challenge. It's something that I enjoy with the challenge side of it, to challenge myself against the biggest, baddest traders in the world, trading the market crude oil futures in this case, to see if I can outsmart them, and not really, I guess, not outsmart, but go along the way and make some money with the winning side. More times than not, I like to be on the short side of the trade. Um, I don't know. Will I make it through funded when I get through pro funded account? But one thing I can tell you very quickly is that it's real easy right now with the high volatility of the market to run 100 ticks against you, or $1,000. So it's the other side of that is that you've got to be willing to take out more than 100 ticks. Now people are talking about you got to take singles and doubles. That's bullshit. No. Most of trading successes and books that you read on traders, they come from hitting a couple of home runs along the way. That's most of the trading successes that you read about Warren Buffett. You read about a lot of the trading books that you read, a person goes into trading and they get a big score. And that helps them set up the 2% rule and all the other bullshit rules that they put in the account. But in the very beginning, they're pretty much risking their whole capital in their account to get to where they're trying to get to. Um, that's a fact. That's just a fact of trading. You're trying to not mortgage the house and lose everything you got. So you got limited capital, and that limited capital, you need a couple home runs along the way with those singles and doubles to get to the next level to where you want to be. So the $10,000 account, your next goal is to get to the 100,000, and the 100,000 to a million, and so forth and so on. I mean, there's no easy way about it other than you got to be consistent and get a couple home runs along the way. That's all there is about trading right there. You've got to be able to be consistently being able to be ready to take that long shot, to be able, because most of your trading successes come, if you look back at some, at least for me, most of my trading successes that I've had over trading over the years, and this is 30 plus years of trading, is that I'll have maybe 10 to 12 really, really good trading days over a year that are the home runs that make up for a lot of the little stuff that happens along the way. That's the way traders work. That's the way trading works overall. Don't believe any of the other bullshit you hear out there, because more likely than not, most of the success stories that you read in these trading books come from them being able to over leverage their account and hit a home run. That is the bottom line of how they take, say, a 2,000 account and push it to 10, and then they go 10 to 100. Eventually they get to the point that they can take on a 2% risk per trade. But it's not the beginning of their lifestyle, their trader. That's just not the way it works. All right. Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. The 40% consistency rule. What do you think? I think it's bullshit. I think it's a bullshit rule, but obviously you got to play within the rules at TopStep. They got the gold. The only way to get the gold from them is to follow the rules, unfortunately. Sometimes you might not agree with the rules, as I obviously don't always agree with the rules. I think that another thing I'd love to see them change is that the 2000, the max drawdown trailing loss that comes behind that. I think that if they're willing to risk 2,000 with you, they should keep that 2,000 out there. 3,000, it shouldn't be a moving target. It should be just stay there. You got 20, you're at 50,000. If you go to 48, you lose. Go to 53, you win to start with. It shouldn't move, period. All right. God bless. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.